Power on. Connecting.
Hey, what's going on? It's Michael Q, LAU, and I know you can barely see me. Oh, man, but this is me. Alright, so it is a cold day in the city of Memphis. The weather's going to begin in the single digits. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm already bundled up. I got on 3 layers of clothing. Just make sure that I stay nice and warm throughout the night. I have on 3 pairs of pants with some thermals on. And then I have on 2 sweatshirts and an undershirt. Just make sure I stay nice and warm. So today is a Monday. It's the first day of the week. I'm running just a little bit late. It is 9:30, so I'm gonna make it around 9:48 actually. So it's gonna be a little bit later than I usually anticipate. So I will be giving my manager the heads up, just to let her know that I'm running a little bit late. But beyond that, weekend was great. Today I was able to upload one of my new videos and then put a thumbnail along with it and then create a new video as well. So the next video, it's going to be like 3 or 4 episodes from now, but it's going to be titled Financially Free in 2023, and basically just going to show like everything that basically how I get into the situation that I'm currently in, and then what I plan to do to be able to get out. So it's just going to be definitely a learning lesson. You know, it's always a blessing to be able to help somebody else go before they get into a predicament that I have found myself in. Just be able to help them to be able to avoid certain things. But then for those people that are in this situation, to be able to show them that there is a way that you'll be able to get through everything that you're going through. So it's really just a learning lesson. And the lessons that you go through are meant for you to overcome, and then not only that, but then to help somebody else along the way. So just imagine if you had somebody there before you to help guide you and tell you the ways and the ropes to go, and you're able to take heed onto their advice to be able to avoid and save yourself some time, money, and energy. So that's my hopes in doing this. Although that I'm at the beginning part of the stage of being financially free in 2023, it will come to fruition because I have made it up in my mind that it is going to happen. So as you see, I have this balaclava on. I'm going to be able to break all that wind. I got some additional, I have some gloves as well. And we're gonna see how, I have some gloves. Now. I probably left the gloves at home, and these are the ones that I actually needed. Actually, I got them in my pocket. Look at God. Look at God. God, just put stuff in me. It's in me. All right, so get everything that I need, everything that I ever wanted. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make tonight the best night that I possibly can. I'm gonna go ahead and see what tonight brings. I know it's supposed to be pretty cold. It may be this week it's supposed to be like in the single digits all throughout the week. Hopefully it's in like the double digits on today. Every night before I leave to go out to work, I need to make sure that I turn on the faucets so they drip, so then the pipes don't burst. Because unfortunately, in the last place that we stayed in, they burst, and we had a good landlord from the previous time, so he was able to come in on the same day within like the hour of acknowledgement and be able to turn everything off. With the current place that we currently live in, our landlords are not going to be as quick as what we had in the past. So we had to make sure that we're doing everything that we need to do to make sure that we are on top of everything, so then we don't have to worry about pipes bursting or anything of that nature, and then our possessions stay good, and we're not out of commission, out of water for 2 weeks like it was, or a week like it was like the last time that our pipes burst. So, and then plus we don't want to cause any further damage to the apartment or anything of that nature. So it was learn a lesson, which is a blessing, and we were able to learn from that situation, so then we don't have to go through that anymore. All right, so I'm about to go ahead and head off right here, so I can go ahead and get my manager and just let her know that I'm going to be a little bit late, so then she won't be waiting for me as soon as 9:40 arrives. So after I make this call, I will be tapping back in. So just hold tight momentarily. All right, tap in, then tap out. All right, so I am back. Just went ahead and left her a message that I'm going to be running a little bit late. So now I'll be there by 9:50 by the latest, which is actually the truth. So that's just the importance of communications, and manager know when you're going to be running a little bit late, so they're expecting one thing and then they get something else. An expectation is one of those things where if you're expecting one thing from somebody else, you're essentially keeping them within a box, because you expect them to be at a certain place, or you expect them to be something at a certain place in their life. So expectation is good, because you can imagine seeing a person at a certain point or time, because time is infinite. There's a lot of things that we're doing in life, and a lot of places that we could possibly be. But when you give the expectation that you're going to be somewhere at a certain time, it then puts you in a place. So because she was expecting me at a certain time, she was going to see me at a certain point. So then if I didn't show up at a certain time, I let down her expectations, and then she didn't know if she could really be able to continue to trust me. So being an employee, and really even being a manager or being a teacher, is always about setting your expectations so that they know what to expect, know what to not only expect, but know what to see in a certain point. So if one thing happens, they know something else that's predictable is going to happen. So then you're able to continue to just be able to build that trust and build a sense of expectancy. And then also, by being late, and then just at least then acknowledging that I'm going to be a little bit late, is acknowledging that you are, although that you did, make a mistake, that you didn't make it at a certain time, you're letting them know that you can't be trusted just in case you're running a little bit late. So they'll be able to know what to expect if you are running late, versus had I not made a call or made a text message and then I just didn't show up within a certain time period, she wouldn't know what to expect in the future, or she would predict into the future that I was going to be a late person, and then just not even give a call, or just it would just set the expectation that the next time that I may possibly be late, I may not even give her a heads up to let her know. So this is at least not even covering my footprints or anything like that, but just letting her know that what she told me to do, like if I'm running late, I'll be able to, I'm holding true to my words. So everything that she's saying isn't going in one ear and out the other. So that's just a little tidbit about being on time and timeliness. They say that timeliness is next to godliness. Well, cleanliness is next to godliness. but also being on time is really one of those millionaire habits that can be developed at a certain time, at any time that you do expect to be on time. So it's all about just having the sense of expectation, and just if you're going to be something into the future, you have to become that now. So I have to do a better job of being on time, not trying to get those last 15 minutes of sleep. Just go ahead and get here on time, get early, and then maybe even improve the audio by getting here earlier and just doing the snippet before I go up to work, instead of doing the podcast on the way to work. So just be a little bit better. And one of the things that Jim Rome says, don't wish that it was easier, wish that you were better. So I'm not wishing that it was easier. I'm just gonna make myself better to make these improvements and go from there. But I have pulled up. I'm about to go ahead and tap on in. Yeah, I stay infinitely fit and infinitely blessed. And I will see you all when I get off of work. Yeah, I stay infinitely fit and infinitely blessed. Are you tired of being tired, of not having enough energy to last you throughout the day? Are you wanting at work, too drained to go to the gym, or too sluggish to play with your kids, and too tired to hang out with your friends and your family? Don't worry, you're not the only one. In fact, 1 in 3 Americans struggle with having enough energy to last throughout the day. But there's good news, because you can change all that by focusing on your gut health. Did you know that your gut has good and bad microbiomes that grow inside of it? And the more that you feed the good, the healthier and livelier that you feel. When you feed the bad ones, over time, you start to feel bad, then sad, and it turns into a fad that you feel like you can't escape. And it becomes your personality, aka your personal reality, and you feel like you cannot escape it, and you accept life as it is, and that it won't change. But that's where you're wrong. You just have to be able to shift your focus. See, most people fall into the trap of the SAD diet, or the standard American diet, which focuses on fast food, which is cheap and high in calories, rather than nature's fast food, which are fruits, vegetables, grains, nuts, and legumes that help nourish your body so that you can flourish. It's also no mistake that 90% of Americans do not eat enough fruits and vegetables according to the daily recommendations, and that's only 5 servings a day. What if I told you you can have the equivalent of 6 superfood salads all in one that's all natural, organic, whole foods? Yes, natural, organic, whole foods. And you can make and consume it in under a minute, and it only costs $4 a day. So there's no excuse that you need to shop, chop, and cook your foods because it's delivered at your front door. If this sounds good to you, check the description down below and schedule a 15-minute complimentary call so that you can see how this can be a fit into your lifestyle. So you can change your personal reality and increase your energy, mood, digestion, sleep, and skin, all by focusing on your gut health, which is the cause to all your symptoms. Don't believe me? Just Google gut health blank and you'll find plenty of research articles that find a connection. Back to the video. All right, it's Michael QLAU, and I'm back. If you're enjoying this content, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Share it out, especially to some teachers that you know. Anybody that's going through some financial come-ups, as I'm going to call it. So, just got off of work on today. It is 5:30. Whew. Not tired. I feel like going to go to the sauna, go ahead and warm it up, and then going home. However, I'm going to go home and take a shower. I'm not going to the gym right now. And I'm not going to the gym until Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday. Yep, on Thursday. So, pretty good shift at work. Worked for about 7 hours. Little shy for 8 hours. So, it was all good. I asked about going into getting some hours. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get any. However, I do have a training that's going to be it's going to be like this upcoming Thursday, so I'll be able to get like an extra 3 hours on that day due to training. So outside of that, no overtime. On Christmas, I will be working and doing that shift, and then on Monday I will be off. sometimes it makes things a little bit more difficult. Sometimes it makes things a little bit easier. But I believe it was like one of his like first times running the plane to do like the unloading portion of it, or he just getting trained. So there were like a couple of times we had to run back the cans so he can line them back up onto like the correct place that they should be sliding onto. But outside of that, it's really just a learning lesson. And it's all about just being able to grow and continue to maneuver and continue to do better as you go through, your life experiences. So we actually had an accident that didn't happen on the plane, thankfully. But one of the cans had ended up toppling over with one of the machines or one of the towers that brings it up. It actually ended up falling off. So what they had to do is they had to get one of the dollies, one of the freight carrier things, and basically just push it back on. So everybody had to get off the plane in order for us to be able to do that. So after that part, it was pretty much smooth sailings. After that, the plane was supposed to leave at 3 o'clock, and we ended up getting off the plane around like 3:04. So with them doing all the extra miscellaneous checks, we probably didn't leave until like 3:15. So it's just the importance of just doing things and watching out for the other person's back. If you see something that may happen, go ahead and say something. So if you see something, say something. And it's all about just being aware and being mindful and just understanding the situation that you're currently in. And you just never know. That can could have, it could have injured somebody. It could have struck the plane. And it could have caused more than just a 10-15 minute delay. You never really know. That package probably may have missed its next place or destination due to like the 5 to 10 minute delay that was going on with that. But yeah, outside of that, everything was running pretty routinely. Looking forward to taking a shower, and then I got the morning meet up in the morning, which is like an hour from now. So I don't see myself doing much sleeping at all. I'm just gonna take a shower and I would do like a green shake, but I am not going to worry about doing a green shake as of now. Actually, I will. So thankfully, my quadruple layer of clothing actually really worked. So I have on a t-shirt, a thermal, a fleece jacket, and then a pullover. And then I also have this other jacket that is right here. So definitely warm. And I was warm all throughout the night. Actually sweated a little bit when I was on the plane, so I had to take off that last jacket that I just showed you. And then as soon as before I even got off the plane, I was going ahead and putting it back on the jacket as well. My thermal socks actually work. My toes feel, I don't want to say toasted, but they don't feel cold. I don't feel like they're numb or anything. And that's good news, because on Thursday, it's looking like it's going to be very cold outside. So I still felt like a little wind breaking through my pants. But outside of that, it felt pretty good. So my pants layers, I have some compression. I have compression pants, thermal, and then I have on some joggers, and then I have on this So that's what I do anytime that I'm coming into work. The thermals was the first time that I did it. It just added in like another layer of wind protection. So definitely going to be doing that again. It's probably going to be my outfit. The only thing I'm probably going to change are like the compression pants. And outside of that, we're just going to keep on running the same play. And then this balaclava has really did come in handy. Probably like saw me when I first had it on. It's covering up my face nice and well. So the only thing that was really exposed were my eyes. My nose is covered. And the good thing I like about having my nose covered is like anytime that I breathed out, I was able to get some heat as well. So I'm able to stay nice and insulated. You know, covering all the holes except the nose and eyes. But you know, you got some eyeballs in there, so you don't have to worry about the eye sockets letting out any type of heat. So one of the conversations I had was with David. He had asked me about like what book I was reading, and I was telling him it's like Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. And so we got into a conversation, and it was along the lines of, you know, have you ever, you know, put yourself under somebody else to where like you put their needs above your own? And you know, I think as humans, we generally, you know, we do that from time to time. And the issue comes in when you do that for like a prolonged period of time, and then they're habitually doing the same thing over and over again, and you're habitually putting their needs above your own. I know from like past relationships, I have done that to the point to where you kind of lose track and lose sight of who you are. It's kind of like I don't have any kids. However, it's from the experiences I hear from parents when they're, you know, raising their kids, and then the kids leave home, they kind of feel like they're missing, a part of them is missing, and then they have to re-identify with the person that they are and get to really know themselves, because what they did was they put themselves. To learn more information about Purium and the family of products, check out the description down below to set up a 15-minute complimentary call, and you can also check out the website. You're just one click away for a better life. Your health is too important to continue to push it off. Go ahead and check out the website and see if a product fits you. They put their kids ahead of themselves, so then when they left, they didn't know how to take care of themselves or do different things that make them happy, because they found happiness in fulfilling the needs of other people that are around them. And in my experience, I've done that when it comes to like dating relationships, to when the relationship was over, I was looking for somebody else to put above myself again. So I feel like I was, you know, I don't know, I had a sense of fulfillment, had a sense of purpose, but through it all, I was able to realize that was like not the best way to be able to live. In some ways, it was toxic, because they were doing different things that were counterproductive to what they actually needed to do, and going against what I recommended for them to, not necessarily for me to recommend for them to do, but just going against, you know, any advice that they'll be receiving. They just wouldn't take heed, and they'll just continue on with like the same pattern of behavior. So after a certain point, it becomes toxic, it becomes initiating. Like for example, like there's like a period of time where I was previously I had a fiance, and thankfully we didn't get married, because it would have been just an ongoing thing. We would get together, we would break up, she would run out the room and just get into a car and just drive off, and then there'll be some nights that I'll be, you know, trying to figure out like where she is and different things of that nature. And I would say nights, but I'll be looking for her for like like 10, 15 minutes or so. And thankfully within that time frame, most of the time she'll show up, or she'll just be in a car, and we'll have to, it's like we break up just to make up, and it's just a continuously toxic cycle. And for some reason she felt like I didn't love her, but really that was like a deep-seated issue that she had within herself when it came to her childhood, and it was just being displayed onto me. So it's just being projected onto me. So no fault to myself, but sometimes these are the types of relationships that we get ourselves into, and then we wonder why, the person is, the way that they are. And, sometimes you gotta, just really backing up.